Welcome to Managing Your Finances in the United States, keeping your money safe by using financial services. This program is brought to you by Cultivemos, the Farm and Ranch Stress Assistance Network of the Northeast. I'm Maria Pepitas with the University of Delaware Cooperative Extension. Managing Finances in the United States is a series of programs that helps individuals who are not familiar with the United States financial systems. Today's topic is about the financial services available to you to keep your money safe and accessible. Financial services in the United States. There are several financial service options. One is a bank, and a bank is a financial institution that's licensed to receive deposits and make loans. Banks are for-profit institutions that must follow federal government rules to ensure that your money is secure. They make a profit by charging fees. A credit union is a nonprofit making money cooperative whose members can borrow from pooled deposits at low interest rates. Again, the federal government has rules that ensure your money is safe. Credit unions can also charge fees, but because it is a member-owned organization, the fees tend to be less. It's important to compare and shop among banks and credit unions to see what will work best for your needs. Both these types of institutions offer financial services such as savings and checking accounts, as well as loans and credit cards. Why might you use a financial service? Well, you may not feel safe carrying money around, or you may be concerned about the safety of your money wherever it is located. Both types of institutions offer ways for you to manage and access your money, and often provide an opportunity to earn interest on your money. They also will allow you to transfer money from this country to another. What types of accounts are there? As I mentioned, there are checking and savings accounts. A checking account helps you access your money in a variety of ways so that you can pay bills and have cash for spending. A savings account is used to set money aside for future purposes and to meet savings goals. The advantage of a savings account is that the financial institution pays you to have your money. You will earn interest on your money each month. Let's go over some important words to know when it comes to these types of accounts. A deposit is a sum of money placed or kept in the bank. As an employee, you can have your paycheck automatically deposited into your account through what's called direct deposit. You and your employer would set this up. You would need to have your bank account or your credit union account set up, and you would provide the account number to your employer. Direct deposit means the employer automatically sends the amount to be paid to you through your paycheck to that financial institution. So you would not receive cash or a paycheck. You would receive a pay stub that outlines the information about your earnings and your tax payments. This document would come to you from your employer. A debit card is a card that is issued to you by that bank or credit union that allows you to make purchases. Essentially, the card authorizes an electronic transfer of money from your bank to another bank when you make a purchase. Debit cards can also be used to acquire cash at ATM machines, automated teller machine. The automated teller machine is a machine that dispenses cash or performs other banking services when an account holder inserts that bank card. A paper check is a tool used to pay bills. By writing a check to someone, you authorize the bank to transfer money from your account to that other person's financial institution. There is also online or mobile bill paying. And this is a process where there's a secure electronic service that allows you to pay bills without having to write a paper check and then mail it. With savings accounts, you earn interest on your deposit. How much interest depends on the financial institution. You can shop around for the best rates. Some savings accounts have rules about how often you can take money out or may require a minimum deposit into that account. Ultimately, to decide which account, think about how you need to access your money and use it, and if you have savings goals. If you are just spending money, then just a checking account will work. If you need to save some money, then a savings account will work. You can send money to others from either type of account. You'll want to compare financial institutions. You'll want to know if it will cost you to have an account, and if so, are there fees? Most times, accounts are free, but sometimes there's a fee if you want to send money to your home country or take more money out than you have in the account. You'll want to compare the cost of managing funds and the safety of those funds compared to the way you are managing your funds now. For example, how much does it cost to cash a paycheck at a place that will cash your check compared to a bank or credit union? How much does cash checking services cost compared to having a checking account? It is usually cheaper to have a bank account than using a cash checking service. You can also ask the bank if they will transfer money to a foreign account. These types of accounts can help you stay organized with your money, and an account statement would help you better manage your money. You will want to know how you can access your money. Both banks and credit unions offer a variety of ways to see information about your account and also make transactions. Most have online banking account access, a mobile app, access to an ATM, and of course, you can also always visit the bank or credit union. We've already talked a little bit about the types of questions you might ask to help decide which financial institution or account to have. But let's go a little deeper. To decide which type of account, think about how you need to access and use the money, and if you have savings goals. Some information you will want to ask about are the following. Is there a minimum balance? And a minimum balance has to do with a minimum amount of money that needs to stay in the account in order to obtain the account and not have to pay any fees. So you need to ask, is there a minimum balance to the account? Monthly fees or service charges. These are fees that are collected to pay for the use of the account. Some banks, many banks and credit unions don't charge fees for having an account, but there may be service charges at ATMs to access your money, or fees if you take more money out of your account than you actually have, or if you are transferring money home. A mobile deposit is a way to deposit a check without physically going to the bank. Using a mobile device with a camera, typically a cell phone, is easy to take a picture of the check, which is then uploaded through the bank's mobile app. Online or mobile bill payment is a secure electronic service that allows customers to pay bills without having to write a paper check and mail them. As I mentioned before, direct deposit is an electronic transfer of a payment directly from your employer into your account. Remember that you can always choose the accounts when you you can always close the accounts when you leave the US. Make the most of your money by choosing an account that best suits your needs. Many people in the US have both a savings account and a checking account. Money is deposited into the checking account, and then some funds are moved to the savings account to help reach financial goals, or save for periodic expenses, or to have some money set aside for unexpected expenses or emergencies. One of the advantages of having financial accounts is that any transaction carried out between a buyer and a seller is monitored, and you will have proof of the transaction. Additionally, bank accounts and credit union accounts are insured by the federal government for up to $250,000. This means that if something happens to that financial institution, your money is protected up to that amount. In the resources developed for this program, there is a chart that looks like this that's on the slide. It will help you compare financial institutions so you can decide which work best for you. To find the best bank and credit union, you'll need to call or visit or do an internet search for the bank or credit union to get the information you need. Once you find out the information about each one, choose the bank or credit union to help you reach your financial goals. For most banks and credit unions, you become a customer or a member once you open an account. To open an account, you will need to verify your name, date of birth, address, and ID number. You may also provide an email so that they can send you statements via email. Depending on the institution, they may accept different types of ID numbers. These include a social security number, an individual taxpayer identification number, or other government-issued identification. You may need to visit different banks or credit unions to find out what types of accounts they offer and what types of ID numbers they accept. Work with your employer to find a local institution you can work with. More information about this topic can be found at the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau website, or you can contact Farm Aid, go to the Cooperative Extension Service in your county, or check out the Cultivemos website at the URL provided. These resources were developed by Maria Papitas, Sheila Marshman, and reviewed by Margot Maria Gorgo. This information is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution. You can use these materials and share them, but please don't change them in any way. Funding for this project came through the National Institute of Food and Agriculture, to the Northeast Farm and Ranch Stress Assistance Network grant that was provided to the National Young Farmers Coalition. Thanks for viewing Managing Finances in the United States, Keeping Your Money Safe by Using Financial Services. More information about this topic and others in our series, you can go to the Farm Aid Cultivemos website and look for the farm worker resources. That would also include any of the handouts that would go along with this video.